I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. We're gonna drink a fine whiskey and smoke a really fine cigar.
It is time for happy hour. It is the Man Cave Happy Hour. Whiskey, cigars, spirits, the stories that go along with it. I'm Jamie Flanagan.
That's August Gitschlag.
Matt Fox, you're here, buddy.
What's up, brother?
Nice to have you. Missed you
No
at the WTF.
Yes.
What the fuck, man?
What?
I know. I was spending time with
tacos.
my kiddos and I and the partner. We all went up to Grand Rapids.
Here's
to
spend a time
partner.
with family
Yes,
when you
and the
can.
partner. That's right.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
We are joined today.
Oh, we are
We have a fresh new face on the Man Cave.
in studio guest.
In studio guest, Mr. Matt Conti.
Uh,
How are you, Matty?
Matt,
Thank you, everyone, for having me.
pull that up. Bring it to you.
Right
Talk
down.
right in
Right
it.
about there.
There you
Just,
go.
bring
That's
that in
sexy.
like-
That's sexy
like-
right there. Yeah.
I tried.
Diddy was trying to
Oh boy, you went Diddy. You
Yeah.
went straight baby lotion
went
on this.
straight
Right. From
Diddy.
0 to 100.
Get right in on that. Get right
Hey.
up in that
Yeah,
business.
awesome. Glad
There
to
you
be
go. Fair
here.
play. Yeah. So we thought we got punked. We really today. It's all about Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
as some of
We're
you may
going-
know,
we're
some of
going-
you might have heard that I had a birthday.
Happy birthday!
What was it?
Yeah.
Your 21st?
Something like that. At
All right.
30. And it wouldn't have been what it was
29.
without you three. We're all a part of it.
Yeah.
Especially Jamie did all the emceeing and DJing it. But I also cleared a shit ton of booze.
Oh,
Okay.
You got a new.
And-
Booze, lotto tickets were hitting.
Oh yeah, I hit $150 in lottery tickets. Yeah, it was
Nice.
fun. So this is one of the boozes that
And
I got, and I'm like, I had no idea whose card went to what by the time everything got taken out of the car. It was all a mess.
I did. I saw you took a picture of this. And you posted it on Facebook. You're like, who gave this to me?
Yeah, so I'm like, who gave this to me? I want to know.
That would be
And
me.
Matt, so I'm like,
Matt.
we're gonna have. I'm not gonna crack this until I have you here, especially after I read about it. So this is made by our pals here at New Holland.
Okay.
You
Is
can
it?
recognize it's the same bottle style as New Holland's
Yes, it
spirits
is.
too.
Oh,
Yes,
New
it is.
Holland. Okay. New
Yeah,
Holland.
so it's
okay.
made at New Holland, and it is considered a whiskey.
Okay.
Why
well,
is it considered a whiskey
No,
and not a
whiskey.
moonshine?
Well,
Oh.
because it's aged for 5 seconds.
Yes.
And I was like, wait, what? So I started Googling this.
bourbon has to be 2 years,
Well, it can be called a whiskey, though.
but whiskey only needs to be.
See, breakingbourbon.com. That's where you're at.
It is. Yeah.
I have it pulled up right
And
here.
it
too.
does not slam this at all. It says it's actually very drinkable. It's tasty. And they run it through. Basically, they put it into a barrel with a hole in the bottom of it, so they could say that it aged for 5 seconds, and it classifies it as whiskey by the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Trade Tax Bureau.
the TTH.
And so it's no longer, who didn't know that? So it's
TTB,
no
I'm
longer
sorry.
called
ATF,
a
yeah.
moonshine. So that's kind of just
Oh.
ingenious, and they just own it.
All right.
They own
yeah. What the hell? It is right on the corner of the label. It says aged
for
5 seconds. Yeah. So that's I went to the website. I went to PBR whiskey website and there's a website. Cool. There's nothing. It's just we're available in these states.
Yeah.
But actually
Yeah.
there's a little story and it says that the guy who started Pabst started trying to develop a whiskey
Mhm.
and
was-
ended up with beer.
Jacob
that was
Best.
Jacob Best. Yes.
Yeah.
So he got and I guess because to do whiskeys, right, you basically make a beer.
And they say it's an 1844 recipe. It's the original recipe he wanted to use back in the day.
And then, and then from the beer, you distill it down to the spirits. And he got to the beer. He's like, that's enough work for today.
That's it. And their other tagline is
I can relate to that.
this whiskey is to be drunk, not judged, just like
Yeah.
our beer.
to be drunk, not judged. So I have a couple cans of, and they had to be tall boys.
Well, yeah, I know.
I just,
Did you have?
After
I got-
serving tall boys of PBR for 18 years at Whiskey in the Jar,
Yeah.
I look at that, it just makes my fingernails want to fall off, cracking those things open for so long.
but in tongue in cheek, I put on the little cover slide that we
yeah,
put
they
up
put a
there.
little up here.
It was, just to taste the PBR whiskey, what the man cave would be if it was a whiskey. And I loved your retort. to
Pretty
that.
damn white.
I was going with
Yeah.
transparent. I was
Yeah,
going
no.
I was going trashy and
Pretty
transparent.
damn white.
But yeah, okay, or that. So there you go. That's it. So on the what else is on the label? My old man eyes. This is Pabst Blue Ribbon whiskey made from nature's choicest products. That the legend would have had Jacob Best. Yeah. It's what he would have used in 1844. provides its smooth and complex flavors. So we shall see. The mash bill is right on the label. Matt, what do you have on the mash bill out
The
there?
mash bill on the breakingbourbon.com, the mash bill is showing that it's 52% corn
Check.
and 27% malted barley,
Check.
17% wheat, and 4% rye.
Check. Coming in at standard 80 proof.
80 proof.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's your standard for a whiskey or a bourbon. That's the minimum.
When I pulled that
Baseline.
up, when I pulled this up and I was reading, I see age 5 seconds. I'm
5
like,
seconds,
I have
that's
never
fantastic.
seen that
That's
actually
fantastic.
So there's
published.
2 things I thought we maybe should bring in here
Mhm.
with this. One of
Okay.
them is what's the most generic
A
of a
spit
whiskey
jar?
we have in there? Well, yeah, but no, like I think there's some Seagram 7 in there. This we wanted to compare
I might have
an
con-
established whiskey, like a Canadian club. Do we have
I
something
might
like
have
that
some
handy?
Canadian Club.
Evan
might-
Williams. Or,
Yeah, something to do with
Yeah.
side by side with, and then a little cup of ice in case you want to drop one in there. So I thought about that as I'm sitting here in
Right.
the corner of the booth, and not getting up. So Jamie just jumped up and ran across the room.
Yep.
So, but
So I still have to ask you, August.
Mhm.
One, you had a good weekend.
yeah.
How many spots did you hit on Saturday with Catherine?
So Saturday was one of those days that just kind of got away from us.
In a good way.
It started with brunch because she loves the hippie hash at McShane's.
Okay.
So if you're going to McShane's, you can't not stop at Nemo's next door because my good friend Heather works there, and I know a bunch of stuff. So we went in there, had one. Then her friend's like, "Hey, I want to join you." We're like, "Well, we haven't showered or nothing. Well, we can go to Eastern Market and we can walk around and it'll be fine."
I thought you were going to say you can go to Eastern Market and shower there.
Well,
but
no.
go on.
So we went to Eastern Market, hit Tokororo, had a couple there, then
All
hit
right.
McGee's,
Oh,
had a
next
drink
door.
there. Then we
Yeah.
went walking through town,
Mhm.
went to Eastern Market Vintage, went to Cutter's.
Mm.
After that, got our butts up to Hamtramck for dinner.
And at what point did the day get away from you?
Right there at Cutter's
All
when I
right.
did my 2 shots of Red Stag with the bartender.
Oh boy.
Well, we
Yeah.
did 2 shots at Polonia.
Well, we did the kisses, which are just that little tiny 1 ounce of their super like sweetened cooked down stuff.
Yeah.
That's not high octane, but we did do a Yeji.
And then we did a Yeshi.
Yes.
It's like, oh
And I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's
And then
where
I had
we
a
lost
Polish. I had a
everybody.
Polish beer.
No,
That was my starter. That was my
Yeah.
starter. That was
no spiritus for you this time.
that was
No,
that was
no,
my
no,
welcome cocktail. Yeah.
So I think you have a question that you wanted to ask Matt here as his first time
Oh.
on that we haven't gotten to yet.
Yes.
Yeah, Matt. Thanks for coming out. What were you dressed? Were you dressed up at August party?
Well, I was dressed up, but it was a very incognito. You'd have to be a real.
Did you have like the tiny box?
Well, no, not.
Somebody had a
Not in
tiny
that-
box.
not in that way.
I forget.
He had an earring hanging from his waist. Yes.
Oh, my
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a
goodness.
big SNL fan, but I should be this, I should do that, and I
Right,
kind
right.
of forgot everything. And
Yeah.
at the very end, something came to me, an old skit with Michael Myers,
Uh-huh.
Scottish Soccer Hooligan Weekly. So I showed up with,
Wow.
with a
That's
Detroit City FC garb,
Perfect.
and I had a little pin. My wife made me a little pin. Had a TV with Scottish Soccer Hooligan.
But perfect.
Yeah, and I wanted to use the
That's,
accent. I wanted
right.
to use the accent all day and drink scotch.
That is gorgeous.
Didn't
That is going deep for a character.
Yeah, it's about as obscure as Massive Head Wound Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Matt.
Yeah,
Oh,
remember
Oh,
the-
he just
I
must
remember
smell
the
my
character who like you always
dog.
forget
And the-
like what he's talking about. He's like, "Well, I do have a massive head wound," and like
And then
look
there's
at his
the
brains all hanging out.
the dog's like chewing on it.
Yeah,
It's
the
awesome.
dog's nipping on it,
awful.
licking his head.
But I'll check
but
it out later.
Dana
tonight.
Carvey, man.
That wasn't what I wanted to ask you about. What I wanted to ask you about.
Here it comes.
Was, yeah, tell me about your childhood.
There it is.
Well, you have 5 seconds. No,
No, but that's what this is aged to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Way to bring it back around, Fox.
You're welcome.
awesome.
So tell me
Well,
about
so
your
it's about
childhood.
your
Tell us
That's
about your
the
childhood,
question.
man.
That's
We
not a
don't-
joke. That's the
well,
fuck.
I thought-
Answer the fucking
All of
question.
our guests get this.
No, I was. Well,
Answer the fucking
and I'll
question.
try to do it in 5 seconds. I was born in Detroit, St. John's Hospital.
All
That
right,
was
I'm good.
Starting from the very beginning.
Yep.
We lived-
Why? Because I want to be close to my mom.
Right, right. Couldn't get any closer. So yeah, we lived there for maybe 5-6 years. Family moved out to Sterling Heights, so I grew up in Sterling Heights, which is the house I now live in with my wife Jessica and my
nice.
daughter Philomena. Yep.
Ah,
How old's, your,
that's
how,
it.
how old's your daughter?
She's 13.
Oh, got your running shoes
She's
on still?
13 now.
Yeah, 13.
Oh,
can
my
you believe
God.
that? So
Yeah.
running
It's,
basketball shoes. She's on the basketball team in
Gonna
8th
get you.
grade middle school.
All right.
So
We're gonna get
Eighth-
you- we're
big
gonna-
bad eighth grader.
just so far so good.
All
So
right.
far so good. Yeah.
All right.
So looking forward to seeing some basketball games.
There you go.
All right, so let's do this. Why?
So this is I don't really know. There's no good.
And the answer is August.
There's
Really,
no great answer, and I can't say that I bought it 2 days before. I had purchased 3 bottles of these a couple years ago.
From what I can tell, it's not available in Michigan.
No, it's not available in Michigan.
Oh wow, I thought it was.
It's not
Okay.
available. Well, it may have been when I bought it. I don't remember.
No.
where.
The website does not show
It
Michigan.
doesn't show Michigan.
No.
So I think I used to work quite a bit in Kentucky.
I was confused.
Kentucky, Tennessee, somewhere south of Michigan. And I remember seeing it at a store, and I'm like, "This is awesome."
And the price point's only like 25,
Yeah,
28
it
bucks.
was
something
pretty
like that.
cheap. And I said, "Well, I don't know if you're ever going to make this again." I bought 3 bottles, and I just kind of brought them home, kept them at home, and I said, "There'll be a time."
Who's on my shit list?
No, there'll
So
be.
this is also finally aged in Sterling Heights, Michigan.
Yeah, so it's aged, 2 years and 5 seconds. But I said there'll be a day when someone will appreciate this. And the first bottle, I will admit, I gave it to a friend who will remain nameless, and he didn't really appreciate it. And I was a little bummed out. I'm like, dude, this is funny.
Yeah.
And he didn't quite see the humor. So whatever, there goes one. And then
One down, 2 to go.
A couple years go by, different events, different thing, and then I got the invite to August 50th, and I said, he's served me a few Pabsts
Yes.
at Whiskey in the Jar.
Yeah.
Just
And I
3.
thought-
He's
yeah,
only
yeah,
giving
maybe
you
just 3.
How about
And I didn't, I'm like, this is going to be hilarious. So
Mhm.
I thought that'd be a funny gift.
Mhm.
So here it is. And I don't think my friend, my nameless friend McGregor, don't know if he ever cracked
Ever
it.
cracked it?
Yeah.
And so you gave it to August, and we're like, we're gonna do a whole damn
Yeah,
podcast.
we're gonna
around
give this.
this.
We're gonna give this
Oh.
a solid 30 minutes to 40 minutes. Straight.
It's getting the respect it deserves.
It is. It's a silly thing, and it's but yeah, it does say brewed, distilled, and bottled, Pabst Brewing, Holland, Michigan.
Mhm.
So, but you say it's New Holland?
New
Okay.
Holland. It's made in conjunction with New Holland Brewing. Yeah.
Okay.
So
it
they have
just
their own
says Holland,
spirits.
but
Yeah.
all right. So, but the bottle is your tell.
I think that bottle's like the beer barrel bourbon.
is.
bottle.
It's the
Yeah,
same size,
same shape, same
Same
bottle.
shape, I mean, obviously it's got custom. It's got the original 1844 on
Yeah.
there.
Oh, okay.
But it immediately reminded me of the
Of that.
beer barrel bourbon bottle
Okay.
from New Holland. So
All
all
right.
right, let's
Do we? So I poured. I brought out some Canadian Club,
right.
and I poured everybody a small dram of that.
Yes, a very small
Here
dram.
comes
Thank
the
you for
sound.
that.
I
Oh,
thought,
that's a good
whoa,
pop.
Fresh crack.
There's a cork.
Fresh crack.
Well,
It's
ish.
a
Ish,
plastic.
Right. It's a plastic one. So all
I
right,
am
send
a
the glasses down here. Let's see what we got. We got our Glencairns here, as if
Yep.
we're going fancy with the White Lightning.
Yeah.
Well, it's not White Lightning, right? It's whiskey because it went 5 seconds in a barrel.
Whiskey.
Because they talk about the white dog, on when they're
Thank you.
distilling, vodka or bourbon or what have you. And we tasted a white dog. We were, God, where were we in 2019 when we
Michael
were,
Vick's house.
Yeah, right.
Now I'm pouring enough
I'm-
that we can try it like this, and then we can even put an ice cube in it and try it another way, and if we want to throw something else in it. But I do like the idea of having this Canadian whiskey here as a secondary.
Do we want to try it? We
As
want
a
to sip
chaser
the whiskey
or
first?
what?
No, it's just like what we want to taste like,
Baseline?
That's fair.
All right. So going
All
on.
right, so let's go into the. Oh boy, it does smell more moonshiny than
It
I
kinda
expected
does,
it
but-
to from the write up.
But on the breakingbourbon.com, they're saying that you might get a little light corn. You might get some
Yeah, this is
white peach maybe out of it. You might get some grain.
I am not
I'm
getting that
getting-
crisp
yeah.
apple. I'm getting
I'm
moonshine.
getting, I'm
Yeah,
getting, I'm
apple
getting
and
grain. I'm getting grain and corn.
alcohol.
Grain and corn.
Yeah.
Grain and a little corn.
I got the pepper.
Not super sweet, but
Oof.
I know the more it burns my nose. Yeah. August is diving in. August is how damn they
There's the peppercorn.
torpedoes. Full
That
speed
is
ahead.
not the harshness I expected, nor the the peach corn light malted barley that they talk about. It wasn't that either.
Well,
Oh,
what about the
okay.
second sip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, second. It's all about the second sip. We got to get back to it.
Yep.
You're
'cause
right.
You can
All
sell
right.
the first bottle, but what about the second one?
Yeah. You can
Matt,
sell
what
it.
do you think?
A little peppery.
I
think
got
that's
peppery right away.
That's kind of what I get, but
Hey,
certainly
grassy. I was getting grassy.
certainly no fruits that I'm noticing. But
Oof.
Like most boozes is a better second sip.
yeah, well, yeah,
Boozes is
Boozes?
most boozes is.
That's a word.
Yeah, sure.
I don't
You're-
know if I would have called it pepper, but there's a
spice.
spice.
Yeah,
not quite spicy spice, maybe a peppery spice. Maybe
The
a,
spice. I got pepper on the first sip. The second sip was like, oh, all right. It's kind of neutraled out a little bit in my face. Not quite as harsh.
I still have the grassy end on it. Are you getting?
Yeah, I can get that.
getting the grassy knoll at all.
I'll bite. I'll believe that.
Very good dirt.
It's on the
Very
grassy knoll.
grainy.
Yeah.
Dirt.
Yeah, so because you're a dirty boy, Matt.
Well, shut up. You don't know me. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, yeah, I do, baby.
No, it's not. You know, it's definitely drinkable, but it takes a hot
Send
second.
me those
to get,
ice cubes, will you?
yeah, it takes a second to get
In
used
our-
to it and eat.
Yeah.
Glassware
Oh, yeah,
sponsor,
that's our
Firebird.
sponsor,
Firebird.
Tavern.
Yeah, it takes a second to get used to it because it's a
Just like
profile
saying
that
that.
it's a profile you're really not used to.
Right.
So it might take a hot second to warm up.
Oh
for you to
wow!
warm
After like the third sip in the nose, I got mint. Am I
up.
getting
Mint.
after the third sip?
That's the Labatt that you had earlier. That's what that is.
Mm.
I just smelled my microphone.
No, I'm getting the grass has shifted to more mint for me.
So what did
All right.
did the ice do anything for you?
You're opening it up with the ice.
Yeah, it made it taste colder.
Uh
That's about all it really did. Okay, this is unique. I don't hate it.
huh.
It's
I don't
drinkable.
love it.
Yeah.
I think that's what they expect. You know.
I don't think it's
I'm
my
watching.
it's my new sipper. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
that's
don't know if it's gonna be my house sipper, but it's something that I'll share.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely one I need that for my bar. You know, just so people go, oh, shit.
I mean, it's a
for the
great little
novelty.
bottle. It's a great story.
Mhm.
yeah.
It's a talker. This is they have to only be expecting to sell one bottle per person
Mhm.
per drinker.
Uh,
Well, except for him buying
Well,
three to gift a gift guy. Yeah,
Right.
I would absolutely gift this. I
yeah.
would not hesitate to give if I found this on
Yeah,
the shelf
Yeah.
for under $30.
Yeah.
I would gift the hell out of this.
Yeah.
Right.
But
not feel
way,
bad about it.
way before Lusty Claw.
Is it lusty or rusty?
I don't know. I like calling it Lusty Claw. The Claw.
Well, I do have something else that I was gifted.
Oh, my
once
God.
we have a little bit of glass space,
all right.
and then you got to tell me which one you like better.
Uh-oh.
all right.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Okay. What's in the
What's
bag?
box?
What's in the bag?
What's in the
Don't look at the bag. Don't
bag?
look at the bag.
Comes
What's in
from
the
my
bag?
cousin in Chicago.
Okay.
Oh, I have a feeling what this might.
In
Uh-oh.
the city.
Jepson's.
Jepson's bourbon.
Is that
That's
bottled in bond
that's-
too?
Fuck
It's not
you.
Malort. It's
That's
not Malort.
Malort's-
It's not Malort. It's their
Fuck
company.
your cousin.
It's not Malort.
Wow.
It's just
I'm using
bourbon.
bad words.
It's
All
not Malort. It's not Malort. It's Jepson's bourbon.
And you haven't cracked that. You
No,
haven't.
I have not.
You haven't wheeled off that twist off.
that is
Twist
cool.
cap.
It's
Yeah,
100 proof. Is it a bottled in bond or is it just 100 proof?
I think it's bottled in Chicago.
And nothing is bonded in Chicago.
Yeah, not
It's
anymore.
bonded 5 times.
It's been bonded out 5 times.
Yeah.
Blend of straight bourbon whiskeys.
All right.
All right.
It's a blend.
It's a blend.
Aged a minimum of 4 years.
See, and you
Chicago,
a
Illinois.
little
you
longer
are
than
a
this
fan,
Pabst.
August. You are a fan of blended whiskeys. So
I do.
so
I-
your cousin in Chicago, they chose wisely.
Well, a couple years ago, they got me the Malort Christmas package, and I loved it because I got my Malort holiday ornament now.
It's like not
I
even
drink
on,
Malort. I
not
don't
even
mind
on a
it.
dare.
Every
Not
time I'm
even
in
on a
Chicago, I've got to make sure I have one in city proper. You
Just
know,
for
Just,
old
you know,
time's sake.
here I am.
Yeah.
Like I said, all my friends have all these crazy recipes. I'm like, look, I'll fuck with it.
Yeah.
I did a Malort margarita at the
Ugh.
Elephant Room once. Took a picture of it. It actually tasted really good.
Ugh.
When you mix it right,
Yeah.
then you get rid of the bitter and you just get the grapefruit
Yeah.
comes out.
There's
I don't know.
grapefruit in Malort.
Yeah, it's like the grapefruit rind is kind of like
Really?
the back. Yeah.
The back end of it.
Yeah, and it made Jepson's Instagram.
No
Oh,
way.
good lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
I think usually my chaser is so quick to follow that Malort. I wouldn't.
Yeah. I just. Yeah. I don't know.
Jepson's bourbon. Oh my goodness.
Well.
And what was the was there a third bottle?
No, this is it.
All right.
This is it. No more secrets.
All right, good. I don't know which one to go for here. It's like, I'm loaded up. I don't know which way I'm going.
Well, having that sip of the Canadian Club after the PBR does remind you what whiskey's supposed to taste like.
Oh, okay.
It makes the PBR is just now to me it's a spirit.
Mm.
It doesn't have any whiskiness to it, and I just lost the top to the Jepson, so we got to drink it all now.
Oh shit.
Better be good. Should I get some more cups?
Don't threaten me with
I
a
don't
good
know
time.
if Anybody got?
Agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just reminds you that this is what whiskey tastes like, and that's Canadian Club. It's
Yeah,
not,
right.
not like we're going to the Eagle Rare or
Right.
something, you know. So yeah, I will absolutely gift a bottle of this PBR, but I have a feeling it's going to last me a year or two.
Yeah, it'll be around for a
It'll
while.
be around for a little while,
which is good.
It's
You
fine.
always have a story to tell.
I'm fine. It's a great, hey, let's all try this. What do you think, guys?
The hairs on the back of my neck just stood up for some reason.
Oh, because I said Jepson's out loud?
No, because I did a little bit of the PBR, and then I chased it with the Canadian Club, and I'm like,
I wouldn't be afraid of this. This is going to be fine. This is going to be fine.
All right.
Whew. The things you do to us, August.
Oh, this is why you brought me around.
Pretty much. It's just, I'm so excited. Actually, I'm playing.
Ooh, that actually smells really nice.
It is something though to try something for the first time. You can only do that so many times. There's a lot of great bourbon out there, but it's always nice to try something.
By out there, you mean right inside that door?
Yeah. But yeah.
See, now this has a nice smell. This has a bourbon whiskey smell.
This has got like a raspberry.
Sweet. It smells like bullet.
I think I like raspberry right off the.
I almost
right
need
off the
water
nose.
to clean this up.
I didn't bother to look this one up or anything. I don't know.
Okay.
See, I wonder what. Usually, I don't know what I'm supposed to taste until I read the reviews on it. Oh yeah, raisin. And,
we're the same way. Yeah.
know.
Honestly, these guys are better at it.
Yeah.
Their palates have gotten better at it over the years. Where mine has gone more burn the taste buds off. So I just kind of like, if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't.
But I have a hard time describing it, right?
Yeah, I can't until you tell me I'm
Right.
tasting,
Raisin.
ginger and prune. I'm like, okay, all right, fine. I'll buy that.
Dried dark fruits. Yes.
All right, so I'm just gonna pull up something here on Jepson's real quick.
The nose is a very nice nose.
It's got a nice nose on it. It's actually I'm
trying to pull
kind of
the-
liking it.
I just had to take some water to try to clear out the other shenanigans.
I hate to say it. Dried fruits.
Mhm.
Maybe dark fruits.
Yeah, this is
pretty good.
bourbonculture.com is where I'm at right now
Oh, okay.
for the
That
Jepson's.
more slides across the.
This
the roof
is
of your
better
mouth.
than the Canadian Club.
Yes,
Yeah,
I will agree with that.
Much.
Yeah.
They're talking about sweet vanilla pudding or some of that caramel feel that you get from most bourbons out there, but they're also talking about like a baking spice flavor on this.
There's
on the
a
palate.
spicy things
Mhm.
happening. There's a dancing on my tongue a little bit.
Trying to see if there's a mash bill in here.
Lionel Richie, it's dancing on the ceiling of my mouth. Stop
Oh.
dancing up there.
What a feeling!
Let me see. It says
No mash bill.
yeah, cinnamon baking spices. What they talk about, vanilla, brown sugar, classic bourbon nose, if not generic. I'll buy that.
Yep. I'd agree. It's got a nice.
The
bourbon
price-
smell.
I don't know. I'm not going to go so far as the sweet vanilla pudding and caramel. I'm not going to go that
Yeah.
quite
Well,
that.
what kind of vanilla?
Yeah.
Tahitian or
does-
Madagascar?
It's always Madagascar with me.
There is a creamy feel to it though on the when I first sip it.
So I
got
got a lot of times I'll say, "Oh, it's kind of creamy. It's kind of buttery." I'm not. I got a hint. There's a hint.
I got it on the top of
Of
my
creaminess.
palate. Yes.
It's not. For me, it's not out there, but there's just a hint of the creaminess.
I'm
And I think, like I said, when I said, "Oh, that rolled across the roof of my mouth," that was it. Yeah.
okay. Okay. That's fair.
And then the finish is a little spicy. Not spicy, but there's a little spice in the finish.
I'm really the price point.
That's a nice
This
blend.
is a $30 bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So many bottles are like
Like
50, 60 plus now.
Yeah.
And
We've tasted some of them. We've been gifted
Yeah.
some of that stuff by some friends, and yeah, they're great. But I can't drop $65 a bottle for whiskey.
Right.
It's
Especially
when you're blasting through 2 a week.
Well, hey, not maybe soon. Once I move back to Hamtramck and move in with Catherine, yes, I might be blasting through 2 bottles a week. But
I'll see you on Zoom, August.
yeah, my phone's gonna blow up now. But no. I usually keep one. Like I had a bottle of Booker's that was around the house for probably 4 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That was like have a sip if it was a good enough day or a bad enough day.
All right,
one of those
right.
kind of deals.
Oh, yeah.
I have a bottle of Basil Hayden 2x2 rye that I've not opened
Yeah.
yet.
Oh.
It's still sitting there when we do the all rye episode where we do some tasting rye whiskeys.
I got
Want to
a
come back for that one?
absolutely.
Okay.
I got a plethora of whiskeys for my 50th birthday as well. That was 8 years ago. And I still have two bottles that have they're down, I've nursed them because they were nice bottles. One was like a Jameson, 27 years or something.
Oh, Jameson Gold. about 15 years ago was around for about $80 a bottle. And if you ever had it, you'll never drink Jameson again.
Really?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you can't find it now. It's $300, $400 if someone has it.
Yeah.
It's a perfect blended whiskey. It's perfect.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jameson
Keep an
Gold.
eye
I
out
gave
for
it as
it.
wedding presents for like 2 years in a row.
Really?
To anyone who got married, I'm like, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. And they're like, I don't drink bourbon. Oh wow,
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
thank you for that.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
still have a bottle of absinthe. I've been saving. I remember buying this bottle probably 20 years ago. I took a Czech Republic. You know, had a summer, and 20 years ago, I bought this bottle home.
Matt
Or brought it
travels.
home.
He
Yeah.
gets around.
I brought it home. I had no job, you know, and I said,
So I went to the Czech
when-
Republic.
Yeah. When the Lions win a Super Bowl,
Oh
I'm gonna
boy.
open this bottle. And
Yeah,
how
yeah.
close were we?
Oh.
You know, that would have been. I would have brought that one as my
Oh no, it's if the Czech Republic absinthe. We'd have to burn the sugar cube and do the whole thing.
the whole shebang.
We got to go get the whole. You know, we can't just put sugar cubes on toothpicks. We got to get the spoon,
Right,
little
right.
heroin spoons that Napoleon used,
Oh, good Lord.
and cook it all up and do the
Yeah.
whole thing. Yeah, set fire to it.
Yes.
There's a whole
So-
routine. For a little while, they were doing it at the Belmont. They were lighting the 100 proof, 120 proof absinthe on fire over the sugar cube, and having the cube melt. And
Good
they
God.
They were doing it there like that. All they were doing was hurting themselves, right? They're
Yeah.
like literally burning their fingers and hands and stuff. But,
Right.
but it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
That's
Opa!
And for a while at Baker's Streetcar Bar, they were doing what's the one where you drank it out of a straw when it was on fire? Flaming Dr. Peppers. They would do
Flaming-
those. Where they would smack
But
the
it-
bar,
that-
and it would spill, and then
I've
they
never
set it
had
all on
that.
fire, and
That
the bar would
burns-
catch fire.
That
and you-
burns
you
the
start
that burns the
sucking
alcohol
straw.
off. That's you know, now
I
you're
was
just
doing
drinking
those
a,
at Luna for goodness sakes.
now you're just
man.
drinking a Dr.
Oh, I
Pepper.
drove by the husk of that place the other day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Oh, wow.
man.
Is this
We
how
got a
I
Luna-
digress? Just wander into other things.
Yeah.
We got a
lot
Luna-
of
Luna
places have
reunion
come- a lot
coming
of
up,
places
though.
have come and gone. You know.
Where at, Jamie?
No one remember me from Luna anyway.
Yeah.
I spent
it's,
too much time leaning on the Volkswagen Bug in the back, just watching all the weirdos.
By Luna, do you mean the Groove Room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean 3D.
No.
I mean
We're all
3D.
dating each
No,
other now. So.
yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly's.
Oh boy.
That was it was before that. It was called Machine Gun Kelly's.
Before-
that.
Groove Room.
Before 3D.
Before
Before
3D.
3D.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I know bands used to play there. It was like Toby Red would play there, and yeah.
Really? Wow. I learned something new. I had no
Yeah.
idea. I
That's
thought
why
3D
on the
was
back
like
door, on the
original.
back door, there was a gangster with a machine gun.
Yeah.
That was left over from Machine Gun Kelly's.
No way.
Wow.
That
What's there now?
It's nothing. Yeah,
There's
it's
a
dormant.
husk of it empty.
Tom
They
owns
probably sold off the liquor license and
Tom owns just a crap ton of stuff downtown Ferndale. He the Soho and that 215 West next to
oh
it.
yeah, that place is a great room.
That's Tom.
I've had events there. It's lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's where we've done the Luna 3D reunions. There's another one coming up that Darren Ravel and I are gonna DJ.
Mhm.
It's coming up
Darren
April,
Ravel
May.
of Big Sonic Heaven.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, those
That's his
Sherman.
you know,
Yeah.
this is
That's
Jamie
really-
Flanagan of
Shut the
96
Wayback
WDVD back
Yeah.
in the day.
no way.
Yeah.
That's that.
The 89X.
I'm very-
day.
I'm
These
very-
guys-
I was there all
These guys DJ'd so many nights at Lipsticks
I'm
too. You
very,
wouldn't
very
believe it.
famous.
awesome.
I was 19 years old hanging out in that joint. not-
Really?
and just cowering in the corner of the DJ booth watching
Where the hell-
this guy over here and Tool do their thing.
I
And
met
just
these
learn.
guys because we had Gnip do it was either a
Like Gnip,
tracksuit or a Magnum. It had to
It
be a
was a-
tracksuit party.
I think it was a Magnum party.
And he called you guys. He goes,
Magnum.
but my friends Matt and Jamie are going to be there before me. Is that cool? I'm like, who? Okay. And then so they set up the equipment, and that's how they met. They came in
No
to DJ
way.
the party. That's how I first met them
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. through Greg.
So
Yep.
that's going back 30 plus. Yeah, about
No.
30.
We were on tracksuit.
Oh,
It was-
tracksuit.
If
Yeah,
tracksuit would be
okay.
13.
13. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Probably
the-
if we didn't miss 2 from COVID, it'd be 13 for tracksuit.
Yeah.
Magnum would
thinking
be
of
10 or 9.
All right.
10.
10?
10 or 11.
the Big Sonic Heavens. Those were back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
Well, there was
yep.
also like
Yep.
the State Theater on Saturday nights. Who's
Club
that?
X.
So we did.
Club
We
X.
did.
That was Darren Ravel.
That was
and-
Darren Ravel.
And Gnip as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Matt was spinning Club X.
And I met
maybe
Gnip
like 1 or 2
at-
tracks.
at the
Really?
Have a Nice Day
Charles
Cafe.
English.
Have a Nice Day
Great
Cafe in
night.
Pontiac.
Yeah.
When my
When it
buddy
was
Mike
industry.
Sanchez.
Industry, yeah.
When it was Have a Nice Day, my buddy Mike Sanchez DJ'd it with Gnip, and Gnip was the radio personality.
Yep.
I got a whole book of pictures of just boobs and Gnip, just like boobs and Gnip.
I love
That's
it.
It was great.
That's that'd be a great coffee table book.
That's
boobs-
exactly why.
Boobs again.
And I knew that at
Yeah.
the time. So when I had the cameras, when I had the film developed, they had it put in the album automatically,
Oh, nice.
and it's a flip through. It's a flip album.
Oh, that's good.
I have like 4
You got
of
to
them.
take that to like the Snapfish or whatever and turn it into a nice hardcover coffee table book.
Oh boy, it's not a
Boobs
good
and
idea.
Boobs and Gnip. I'll take it. I'll take it. We'll put it here in the lobby of the
Yes,
the
we will.
podcast
But it
will.
is-
studio.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
I can't stop
How
smiling.
did we,
That's
how did
funny
we
as
get to
shit.
boobs? How did we get to
All roads
said
lead to
bo-
tits.
all
He said it.
we're boobs? Because we're boobs.
Yes.
That's what happens after 3 shots of whiskey. And you're tasting.
That was I retract my FU to you and your cousin.
Yeah, you get that. John's listening too, you prick.
And
So, yeah, I'm glad you-
I apologize.
Yes.
Many
Johnny's a good guy.
apologies. That was nice. You could leave that here in the studio and I would not be mad. No, I'm teasing.
It's one less bottle I got to move to Hamtramck, so I
Right.
might just leave it here.
How do you guys determine what is a mixable bourbon or whiskey, tequila, etc., versus a non? Is it a price point? Is it a I like this one this much more?
Honestly, it's a preference.
Yeah, we've had liquor reps come in here like, so how should we drink your booze? And like, any way you want to
Yeah.
Just
consume
keep
it,
buying
because they're
it,
selling.
yeah.
Just keep buying it.
Yeah.
And we're
I-
right there too.
The only one that I have a solid preference in is I will not sip a clear tequila. I think
Really?
it tastes like crap. It's
Okay.
always a mixer for me.
Got it.
That's always margaritas. It's always something.
Sure.
The darker, the better for tequila. And
Yeah.
same thing with light rums.
Rum as
Light
well,
rums,
right?
the darker the rum, that's the sippables. And look, as we get older, we get into more sipping things and mixing it with Coke and stuff like that. We just get to be,
Sure.
or Shasta. I think we got some Shasta over
Oh,
there.
Diet,
yeah.
diet Shasta.
We gotta finish
you know?
up what we got
Shasta,
here.
You know, which I felt appropriate for the PBR whiskey, but
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was Malort stuff
I
coming
did-
in.
Oh.
Who knew?
Jesus,
But the
Mary and
whiskey was,
Joseph.
I will say, not
I would go
as,
for a second pour on that.
Not as harsh as I thought.
Well,
but
I don't have a lid for it, so you can.
not as
Now
close
let
as
me
the
let me
Malort.
let me answer your question another way. So yes, price point.
Yeah.
If you really want to mix your Eagle Rare with and make it into a Manhattan,
Yeah.
does it make the
Oh, yeah.
Manhattan or the old fashioned that much better?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Does it? You think?
Yeah.
It
I had a
does.
friend who was
Yeah, it
mixing Eagle
does. It
Rare
does. It
with
does.
lemonade
Yeah.
and making it the little summer cocktail.
I do. I love those.
I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
Long Island iced tea with all premium alcohol.
Well, that's just
Well,
that's a
now
$100
you're
drink
first of all,
right
you're just a garbage human for ordering a Long Island iced tea. Sure, garbage human. That's a classic. You know, you're sitting there shaking it up. you know.
Tips.
Oh, can I get a Strong Island? How about you suck my ass? You get a Strong Island. Strong Island. You put a little blue. You put a little blue carousel on that. I'm like, what? I didn't. I was not at the fraternity when you invented that drink. I don't know what that's called. The purple motorcycle. All you do is put blue carousel on it. I'm like, shut up.
We did one of those.
Did I do that?
I did that.
Oh shit! All right.
That
But
was
it's
me.
always
You
it
did
is
that on
always,
purpose.
No, I did a second pour.
I'm,
mad
so-
at
I'm
myself.
kidding. I'm kidding.
it is always a question I've got. You know,
Sure.
You spend $80 on something, and someone walks in. Oh yeah,
Puts it in
That's
ginger ale.
yeah, yeah,
and,
exactly.
it makes your head.
Red Bull. You know.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a personal. People get well.
Well, then
And here comes the hypnotist.
you know they
Yep.
don't know. Hello.
But yeah, to answer your question, it's a preference. And if I
Preference.
want to mix
Yeah.
what I buy into something else, that's on me.
Yep.
And
That's
I-
how I want to.
And I would hope my friends would have enough class to not grab that $100 bottle of Booker's and put it in Diet Coke.
not yours.
I don't have
Your-
any friends that are like. Actually, all my friends are like that. That's all I have are those kind of.
I'm just
friends.
talking about your bottles, not
No.
your friends.
No, but your bottle. Like, no one's gonna walk into my house, and I'm not gonna walk into your house and
Right.
put Eagle Rare. And I might put it in a splash of ginger ale. I might do that.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna make a Captain and Coke out of your
Right.
high end rum.
Right.
Give me something Glen with Red Bull.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. I had a buddy who drank Red Bull and Scotch. That was his drink for years.
Wow.
Red Bull and Scotch.
Was he
Yep.
was he a very hairy person?
No, he's actually a prominent public official whose name is still in the
Ah.
news. And I'm like, what?
All right then,
Yes.
because you know,
Yes. And he's a dear friend, but I'm only going to call him out on his awful choice of.
just saying,
Of-
Scotch and ginger.
But
ale.
what
You
was
said Scotch
the-
and ginger
What
ale?
was it? What was the Scotch that every bar has? Like a white label?
Louders. Oh, Doers.
Doers.
Doers,
It's Doers and Red Bull. That's what it was.
Doers and
Really?
Red Bull.
Doers
Yeah.
and Red
Wow.
Bull.
Doers and Red Bull.
Jiminy crickets.
I'm going to text him right now and tell him we're talking shit about him too.
Oh my goodness. Doers and Red Bull.
Yeah.
I just Scotch. I bad decisions. Scotch. I do Scotch and just it's bad decisions are
I cannot
short-
handle it. It
follow
doesn't
shortly.
taste good to me. I don't enjoy it.
Well, it's just
I-
leather. It's all
And
it
I had a
is.
bad Christmas day when I thought I was going to be cool and drink half a bottle of Glenfiddich because I was going to be suddenly classy.
Half of one of these bottles.
Oh yeah, and I was projectile vomiting down the hallway. I had to be 22 years old.
Oh yeah.
And I remember my buddies and my dad picking me up and dragging me into the bathroom on Christmas Day at like midnight.
Merry Christmas, Dad.
Oh, I can tell you exactly what year it was. It was the year that Gladiator came out on DVD because that's what we were all watching while I was slugging down Glenfiddich.
So, do you like Gladiator movies? All right, anyway.
Ever seen a grown man naked? Look at Matt Fox going back in for the Jepsons.
He went big.
Yes, I went big on the Jepsons.
Full pour.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good.
It is a solid blend. I'd put this with any other blended whiskey.
Yeah.
You know,
is this available in Michigan? No.
I don't know. Yeah, yes, it should be.
Check that Lara out.
You're a huge fan. You don't mind blended whiskeys.
No, I think it's great.
You've brought me around to the blended whiskey because I'm all like the original. Give me the original. And
you know what started it with me was Michter's American.
Really?
The blue label Michter's American was just, I'm like, oh, this is whiskey. Fine. It's nothing, you don't have to have any
pretentious.
Yeah, nothing pretentious about it. It ain't cheap. It's still a $40-some bottle, but it's always the same.
Sure.
And it's always the same that I like. So maybe, like Maker's Mark is my friend's house. That's what they drink. That's the one they like. If they don't like Buffalo Trace, it tastes a little weird to me. They have their one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to me, the blended whiskeys are always the same.
I've been coming around to the blended whiskeys and trying them more often because I just really enjoy an Eagle Rare or I enjoy a Maker's.
And I think
or I enjoy
the
a Four
bourbon
Roses,
community is sick of that.
Yeah.
They don't want that because that means we stop buying their niche shit. They're aged in
Spanish oak.
Yeah, that Pam Anderson sat on for 20 minutes. That kind of stuff.
Sailed around the world.
So is aged.
Right. That Jefferson's Ocean
right.
shit. Now they're different scams.
Yep.
I'm just hopping in here. I'm coming in. I just read yesterday that bourbon sales are down 40% in the last year.
Yep.
Which is weird.
That was hitting everybody's Google News. Any of us who drinks, and that's your algorithm.
Yeah.
That hit us all. Yeah.
I wonder what rum sales have been in that same time frame.
So
or
tequila or mezcal.
Everyone thought
on upswing.
Well, flavored vodkas took over the world for a while,
right?
And everyone thought the flavored rums were, but Bacardi pushed too hard, I think, and it didn't quite.
Yeah. What's the next?
They got up too close to the sun, and that one melted.
Yep.
Thanks, Icarus.
Yeah, thanks, Icarus. And you like that reference? Okay,
yeah, I do.
Yeah. I read the Percy Jackson books. I get it. I know my Greek myth.
What am I, a teenager over here?
I read it with my 12-year-old cousin or nephew. What?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I think that rum is now also Michigan was such a desert of available booze 20 years ago.
Really?
You could not get this stuff here.
Nope.
Now there's distributors and you had to have that because the 3-tier, whatever some tier system. Yeah. You had to have someone willing to pay to bring it here and then sell it.
Did you learn more about that working at whiskey, working at the bar? Like, I would never have known that we were a desert. I thought,
we're talking 20, 25 years ago. Yeah. Okay. Now there's still certain rums that if no one wants to bring it to Michigan, you can't get it here. Yeah. And I'll pick it up in Chicago and I'll bring it to my buddies at Tocoro and said, here's a couple bottles.
Allocated over here.
On the Department of Licensing and Regulation, the website, it's Jepson's not available in Michigan.
This is on the shelf at Total Wine though. They had the bourbon barrel aged Malort. I thought they had the regular bourbon, but maybe not. The bourbon barrel aged Malort.
It's only Malort.
Malort in these 4-year-old barrels is good. It's a red label. It's a whole different taste. We'll do it at Eastern Palace Club. Don't shake your head at me, motherfucker. You're not gonna hate it.
80 proof on that one. Or
yeah. Yep.
Lucy's there holding the football. No, come on. It'll be good.
Barrel aged Malort is a different
Try
world.
the Malort. It'll be great.
Now we're going to Eastern Palace Club just to get one of these
and then you're gonna move that football, and then we don't make the Super Bowl. Thank you very much. It's all your fault.
All right, fine. I'll take the heat.
What a great venue that was, though, for your party.
Perfect?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, everywhere I go now, people are asking me about that party, and it's still being talked about. And I'm so proud of what my girlfriend Catherine and what Jimmy put together for me.
It was so impromptu. It was wonderful, and it's like the people because we. No.
Cat planned the hell out of it. But
that was like how we got all the guys. We did that Dick in the Box. Right?
Oh yeah, the celebrations.
There were like 4 or 5 people that had like Dick in the Box, and we got up and we played the video, and then we were all up there dancing to it. The Blues Brothers played that, and they jumped up, they danced to it.
And the Chippendales came up.
The Chippendales. So that was all impromptu. That was just
Awesome.
like,
really,
and it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, No,
yeah.
that was-
My buddy Dancing to Staying Alive as a Barry Gibb talk
right,
show.
right,
That was
right.
all impromptu. Yeah.
yeah. So people plan their outfit. We knew about it. We knew it was coming for a
Yes.
while. Everybody planned their outfits. But as things unfolded that night, there was a lot of impromptu fun. I told people that was like the most fun I've had at a party, and I don't know how long.
And
Sure.
you still had the actual like Dick in the Box shiny suit from 1998
Jamie planned ahead on that
or
because we
2002, whenever Justin Timberlake was
yeah.
on.
we had
He
that
had, he had that
discussion.
sheen on
Yes.
the suit.
We had this discussion
know
because-
it's
that
Christmas.
guy.
That's just,
when he's
that's
got-
just what I wear.
because Jamie's box was actually pretty big, right?
Yeah,
So
we
he's
know.
standing behind the DJ area,
Like,
and he kept bumping up
I don't
against
think
the
I don't
table.
think I think this through because I couldn't DJ because I had this box keeping me away from the DJ.
So I just take
console.
off the box, and next thing you know, he's
That
And
was
did
funny.
you see inside
what
the
is
box?
love?
I
you
did not
see-
look. No, I didn't want to look.
Oh.
Yeah.
He took the lid off the box, and what was in there?
Oh.
A picture of your
Picture
ass.
of me.
I had a picture.
A picture
I was
of
the Dick in the
August.
box.
I wanted to get a big dildo.
Oh, that's
I
I'm
was
glad
gonna-
you didn't. My parents were there.
I was gonna get a big raunchy dildo, and then I was like, oh wait,
I just want you to go to the store and buy a big raunchy dildo.
I don't
And
think.
then
That alone
give it
is-
to your
is-
wife the next day.
Good night, everybody.
Oh,
What are you gonna do? Put it on top of the fridge? I mean, what are you gonna do with it?
hold the
Right?
hold the kid's report card.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because I got a
Pretty much.
stainless steel fridge, so you need suction. That's it. Good
You're gonna-
idea.
You're gonna leave a stain
And then
on
you
the fridge.
Then you could
It's
hang
got
an
that
apron from
circular
it.
stain. Real
I think we're on to something.
It was from an
here.
old magnet.
right.
Oh, Jiminy Crickets.
Where did this conversation go?
It
In the
went to-
awesome
it went-
direction.
so it's something with
Hey.
the Jepsons ended
Well,
up on
this
the
this
table,
whole this party
and
this
things went sideways.
this Just a Taste is born of my birthday party because Matt
Yes.
gifted me this awesome bottle, and that's why we're here tonight. So
was this also the Jepson was also a
that
birthday?
came later. It came out
Okay.
a week later for my cousin when he came up at Christmas.
Oh,
He goes,
but it was-
"Hey, Merry Christmas.
oh.
Happy birthday!" I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
"Oh, thank
okay.
you."
Fair
Nice.
play.
So
That's
no,
great.
no. Thank you for bringing this in, and thank you, Matt, for gifting such a wonderful bottle to
Yeah, good
August.
call.
Yeah, I think August should have an annual birthday party at Eastern Palace Club. Maybe not as extravagant, but it was a-
don't threaten me with a good
They,
time.
Yeah,
um,
right?
it was a
Matt, they
great-
call those Tuesdays.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And or Monday.
Well, and the fact that it fell on a Saturday this year was pretty great.
Yeah.
It was ideal.
Pretty ideal. Yeah, it'll be a Sunday next year. Maybe we'll just do day drinking, around Eastern Palace Club. So
Man, that was this is good stuff.
The Jepson's fun. I take it all. I take all my harsh words back.
yeah, I'm glad I brought this back. I
don't-
brought this.
we
up for
don't
this.
swear much on the show.
You started it. You dropped
And
an
I was-
F-bomb in the first 5 minutes today.
I got
That's
vicious
unlike
with
you.
that. I
Unlike you,
know,
your
I know,
professional DJ
I know,
demeanor.
I know.
Hey,
I got
You can never go back to terrestrial radio.
I-
Can never go back to terrestrial radio now
yeah.
because you're just
No.
going to be foul mouth Jamie Flanagan.
can you say that 5 times faster?
Nope.
Terrestrial radio, terrestrial radio, terrestrial radio,
No, the
terrestrial
other
radio.
one.
Foul mouth Jamie Flanagan, foul mouth Jamie
There it
Flanagan,
is.
foul mouth Jamie Flanagan. No, I can't. I got the 3 and I
There
stopped
you go.
myself.
Gentlemen, happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Back in the studio, back in our spot. What do we got coming up?
Next Monday we have
Miss Vino's coming in.
Miss Vino.
It's
Dave goes,
Val-
oh,
I heard
corner.
that in the microphone. Ooh.
that's usually my response.
Valentine's Day.
Talking about Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day, right? It's like restaurants are like overbooked, overpriced. It's ridiculous. So we're going to talk about what is a fair now, and we'll talk.
I'm going to
about-
be house poor, so I ain't doing squat.
Well, so but that's the thing, right? So
I
sometimes
hope she's
people
traveling.
sometimes people have a partner that really are into those sorts of things.
Oh yeah, I have
Yeah.
one of those.
Sweetest day.
and you
Oh,
got
you're
and
getting
you
mad if you don't drop
Oh.
that card in October that you
Right.
forgot about.
you gotta-
Right.
oh, here's the thing, right? So I've been married for 15 years, right? So it's like it's my anniversary. I get up in the morning, we'll go out, we're drinking coffee, and I'll be, hey, let's go to Eddie V's, or let's go to Ocean Prime, have dinner tonight. She's like, why the hell would we do that?
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, it's our anniversary. Those are like kind of people around. They're pricey
Yeah.
restaurants, right? She's like, why the hell would we do that? I go, it's our anniversary. She's like, is it? I didn't get
Wow,
you.
you're
I
the,
didn't
you're the
get-
reverse of
I
what
didn't get
usually
you-
is going on.
I didn't get you a card. I'm like, okay, cool.
Perfect.
So, And I'm like, we could just order pizza or something too, you know. So she is like so anti, like Sweetest Day, forget about it, because that's total Hallmark holiday.
Totally.
That's a Michigan Hallmark holiday.
Michigan,
At best.
Ohio, New York.
That's like
the,
a Sanders chocolate.
The candy
Right.
industry.
Yeah,
It was a candy industry out of Chicago,
or
Cleveland,
Morley's, one of those.
and yeah, exactly. that one.
Morley's or Sanders, one of the
And
two.
I've
invented that one.
dated both. I've dated I can't believe you didn't know it was Sweetest Day, you asshole. And what is this card for, you idiot?
I'm talking my wedding
I've dated them
anniversary.
both. I'm talking about Sweetest Day.
Yeah.
I've dated both.
So yeah, so if we forget about Sweetest Day,
I
so
think-
I'm like one of the luckiest, and she's like a smoke show too, and so it's like I'm one of the luckiest dudes on the planet. It's like she just does not.
My hand is up.
Yeah,
What is Sweetest Day?
it's
Ask your partner.
yeah.
He'll know.
Touche.
It's well, Matt. It's
Not that there's anything wrong with that. But
but
unless you're in the military right now.
What
manufactured holiday, I guess.
What
Yeah.
is the economy? I don't
So
know.
Sweetest Day was actually invented by the candy and sweets industry. I believe it came out of either Cleveland or Chicago.
Mm.
Chicago had a big candy industry, right?
yeah,
And that's where it came from.
yeah.
So it's in October where it's like.
Well, we're gonna clean all that up next week with Miss Vino. We'll do a
Yeah,
little fact
all right.
checking.
I was being
And,
totally
breaks.
sarcastic.
But
man.
we're going to talk about alternatives, like if you to not going out, because it's so ridiculous on those holidays.
Mhm.
Is there a good alternative to do at home? You know, I owe you. Here's a coupon for a massage.
Damn massages
So
in my
don't-
relationship,
you
but
know.
okay.
You know,
It's interesting
It's,
though, what people prioritize. I think to us, Punchki Day is probably a more,
that's a holy day
a
of
more
obligation.
romantic day.
Well,
of,
that's
you
why I'm going
know,
to try to
That's
do.
a Hamtramck
I'm
holy
going to try
day.
to do dry
That's a
February
t-shirt.
just because of the high holy days of drunken obligation that show up in
That's
March.
Hamtramck holy days of obligation, and I just
Punchki
I'm-
Run is March 1st. Punchki Day is March 4th. Then you have the parade day. Then you
Yeah.
have St. Patrick's Day.
I got it.
Then you got opening day, like at the first week of April.
Yeah.
All the your liver is a screen door holidays come up right there in March. So I'm going to try to take it easy in February.
Dry February.
yeah.
It's the shortest month too. So
Yeah.
Some not quite alcohol, tastings maybe.
we did a dry January episode, and
Yeah,
all I
that
did
was-
was put vodka in all of it. It sucked.
He did.
It sucked.
We did. We tried to do.
better?
We did
Vodka, you
mocktails.
idiots.
Mocktails.
He did. He pulled it. We didn't watch.
They didn't know
He,
I had all this booze.
he brought a tequila, a vodka, and a
All of sudden I
rum.
pull up tequila, like what? I goes, maybe better with tequila.
And it was like we've kind of defeated it. I made it,
pulled
but for
up
dry
vodka.
January, I made it all the way to noon on the 1st. So
Hey,
I took a former student and we went out to lunch. We went down to Social Milkos, and I'm like, margaritas. And then they came, we're drinking them. I'm like, oh shoot, it's January. Made it to noon.
Yeah.
What
My
are you gonna
goal
do?
in
I
dry
don't,
February is to do just 10 days.
Yeah.
I don't drink
in a row.
Yeah. Yeah. A 10 day.
If I could string 10.
And then I'm going to make a doctor's appointment right after that.
Yeah.
So I can have my blood drawn so I don't look like I'm in fatty liver gift flag.
You're 50 now.
Oh,
I know.
looking into a mirror. I'm right there with you. All right, but yeah. So Valentine's special coming up with Miss Vino. She's fun. She's a cool crap ton of fun.
She's fun.
So yeah. So how to do that at home if allowed?
Well, like,
Um,
subscribe.
Oh, leave a comment.
Yeah.
All those-
Yeah, hey, Matt Conti, thank you for joining us today.
Matt, dude, thank you. And
fun.
thanks for the
Yeah.
pour. That was
Right.
good call. Good
Which
call, man.
that bottle will probably be in.
Oh, yeah, we got the-
at
Should we
August
have Matt back on again
bar
sometime?
for the next.
Oh, the
see.
Magic Disco
I
8
don't know. Here
ball.
comes your fate, buddy.
Here it is.
It's,
That bottle will be there for August
Magic
75th
Disco
birthday
8 ball. Yeah.
No chance, go dance.
Well, hey, it was nice. It was nice while it
Well, nice,
lasted.
nice having you, buddy.
Right, appreciate it.
All right, there you go. I like that. Not that but regardless of what the Magic Disco 8 ball
Yeah,
says.
you can come back.
Oh,
the
we
8
will-
ball can
we'll
suck
back.
it. Yeah.
Suck it. All right, all the podcast things and all the podcast places, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Matt Fox over there.
That's August Gitchlag.
I'm still Jamie Flanagan.
Yeah, still the boss.
And gentlemen, cheers.
Cheers, fellas.
Love the
Cheers.
clinking.
Still got a little bit of that PBR left.
Clink,
Cheers.
clink.
Clink.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night.